you don't really hear it. You playing it's different. I mean, you deliver it, you pass it on, you share it. But yeah, I always think about the audience.
And I'm wondering, in that process of sharing it, do the songs, as you take them out, because it's one thing to record them in the moment at the studio and get it just right, however you want it to be. It's another thing entirely to take it on stage, play it night after night. Do the songs reveal things about themselves, about the songs, that perhaps you either didn't realize when you recorded it, or were almost unintended?
Yeah, they can. I was thinking, as you said, that films do that more.
Yes.
I remember making a documentary and screening it, and like, I didn't realize that was funny. Audience is laughing pretty loud. Missed that one. But songs, sometimes what will surprise you is certain phrases that the audiences catch on to. And, I didn't know that was going to be the line. Or something there's in the song "The Kill," which probably some of you may know.
Yeah.
There's a kind of a whoa in the verse, and it's kind of in the background, and it's not that big. It's there, but it's not that big. But certainly everyone sings it every single night at the show. And then the energy can surprise you too.
Yeah. You've talked about being on stage and being more yourself. More yourself, who you really are as a person on stage, than you are at any other point or time. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because you cross a threshold. You step into the great unknown, and you're sharing a piece of yourself. I would think a really honest piece of yourself. It's kind of like if you got up here, if I called one of you, let me see, if I called one of you, I'm not gonna do it, don't worry. But if I called one of you to come here and said, just dance like a fool. Dance like a fool. And you just you would hate that I called your name. But after you did it, you'd probably feel a little more fearless, a little less self-conscious, a little less like you're, a little more maybe who you are. Slightly embarrassed, okay, but I think when we're on stage, we kind of just throw ourselves into it, and that abandon leads to some comfort. But yeah, I mean, I definitely have felt more comfortable in front of 100,000 people playing a song acoustic than I have a conversation one-on-one. Yeah, with someone.
Yeah. Talking about, again, going back to "Walk on Water" for a minute, just because the song itself stands out as not only sonically but also what it has to say. Tell me about writing that song. What was your mindset as you were putting that song together?
For "Walk on Water"?
Yeah.
It's the first song that I wrote at our new recording studio, which was kind of fun. I remember being in the dark, the lights weren't working yet. And it just came to me. It's weird is, your phone will do this annoying thing and just start playing your iTunes library immediately, even if you don't ask it to. And it was playing my voice notes, or it was playing a voice note I had in my iTunes, and it was the first, when I wrote "Walk on Water," the first night. And it was interesting because pretty much the whole song is right there. Of course, it took me 1.5, 2 years to finish. I don't know why that is, but it was kind of a magical one.
Yeah. Are you one of, speaking of voice notes, are you one of those people who always has your phone and you're constantly, kind of saying phrases into it, ideas?
I try not to, because I just get buried in it.
Yeah.
And I actually try not to write, which is a weird thing maybe to say.
Explain a little bit on that one.
Well, I try not to write because I think there's always something to say, and that you can be better served saving that opportunity for the right time. writing songs is like a really beautiful, really special thing. And of course, look, you're walking down the street in Paris, something just comes to you. You can't stop it. But it can just be too much.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess I've sat down and writing so many ideas and songs over a period of days. You'll never finish.
So are you generally just writing for a specific project?
Yes.
Like time to write time to write an album, time to go to work, as opposed to, you know, sort of constantly being in that.
No. There's ebb and flow with it. But I have a pretty full life.
I've heard that.
And if I were to embrace that kind of writing instinct, or not instinct, but desire all the time, it wouldn't be wise. It wouldn't be smart. It wouldn't be efficient. I have other things to do as well.
Yeah.
But I just wrote a brand new song yesterday, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Because I've only written like two or three songs and since I finished the last album.
You were talking about, you know, long period between albums, you know, perhaps a bit of procrastination in there. When do you know it's time to make a record?
Well, let me be clear, I don't ever procrastinate. Highly offensive word.
Okay. My bad.
No. It's like a dirty word. No, I really like the opposite of a procrastinator. I know it looked like I probably sit around and watch Netflix.
Maybe too much going on.
Yeah, too much going on.
Okay,
and that's as bad, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Because focus is key.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't care who does the most. I care who does things and gets them done. Right. It's kind of like ideas.
Yeah.
Like I hate ideas. People come to me with ideas. I hate ideas. I hate ideas. Keep your idea to yourself. Give me results. You know, everybody's got a fucking idea.
Yeah.
But give me results. And I can hold that standard of myself as well. And maybe I guess it speaks to what you said about the songs. But no, I have a life in film, both as a content creator, as an actor, producer, and you know, I have a film as a life as a musician, and then I have a whole nother life as an investor and someone who's like deeply immersed with tech companies, and it's a huge part of my life.
So you got a lot going on.
I got a lot. I'm really grateful for it. I mean, I think that, you know, everyone probably has a lot going on. It's amazing that we live in this day and age. You know, there was a guy in England, I don't know how long ago, it was the guy who created Moore's Law, but it may be the same person who, you know, kind of predicted that at this point in the game we'd be working 4 hours a day.
Yeah. Would that were true.
Yeah.
So this has been the longest break for you between albums, and given the state of where we are both technologically and in terms of, you know, kind of the music world, are you concerned that the audience sticks with you over that period of time?
You know, going on tour is like throwing a party. You know, it's like it's 5 minutes before 9. You're like, is anybody going to show up? I mean, I would love to meet, and I know there are plenty that are like going, I guess we're some we know that just, you know, people are going to show up, but I always think no one's going to show up. Like, we're playing at the Forum, is anybody going to be there? But it's true. What was the question?
In terms of taking 5 years between records, and making sure, or being concerned that the audience will follow you.
Well, it's highly irresponsible to take 5 years between albums. It's a really dumb thing to do. So maybe my rule of like not writing as much, I need to break that. But it's not for lack of songs. That's not the problem between albums. It's that you know. Part of the reason is we always tour so much, to be honest. I mean, we tour for at least 2.5 years, usually in every cycle.
Well, there was that Guinness record.
Yeah, the Guinness record.
How many shows was it?
It was 309 shows, but you know, a lot of acts had tours that were longer, but they took 5 months off or here or there, whatever. It says never ending tour. That was like consecutive. Now we've done 110 or something this year. which some people think is a lot. It's not for us. And we'll do some shows maybe next summer in Europe or something. So, it'll be like 130 or something this time. And that's a little more reasonable. But the time between albums, yes, I have other things going on, but that's never really been the reason why. It's been because I'm just fucking slow.
Speaking of your audience,
I'm a little meticulous.
Yeah, which is a good thing. Speaking of your audience, so there's this your fans, the echelon, which when I first heard that, I was thinking this is a weird science fiction film.
But isn't it?
The echelon.
But I wonder about the simulation now.
But that relationship and the relationship with a core audience like that, how does that affect the work?
Well, I think it's a great encourager that people care.
Yeah,
that's the big thing. And having people have faith in you is always a beautiful thing as an artist, because a lot of artists, and especially you don't feel it, or you may not believe it, but you keep working, and especially in the beginning, it's a really fragile time, right? But my brother was a big fan of Kiss when he was a kid, and and we both loved Pink Floyd and Zeppelin, and it wasn't just music when we were kids; it was your identity, right?
Yeah.
It was who you are.
Yeah.
Now it's completely different. Everyone listens to everything, and that's beautiful too. That's great. But I think it stemmed from that.
Yeah. You've got a couple of collaboration, or three notable to me on this record. A$AP Rocky is on the record, Halsey, and you've got a track that's produced by Zed. Tell me a little bit about the A$AP Rocky. How did you meet at first? What attracted you?
He came up to me once and said some really nice things, and I immediately liked him. No, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And I thought that, I don't know, there's something about him and I that there's some alignment there. I don't know what it is.
Because I don't know that just thinking in a vacuum, whether I would have put the two of you.
No, I don't think so. But he's in some ways a multi-hyphenate, and he's really interested in art and creativity, and I think he's a really forward-leaning guy, and I would aspire to be all those things. Yeah. But he was really nice and easy to work with, and he was excited by what he saw as an opportunity, and I really it was really fun.
Yeah. Had you written the track and then you heard this for him?
Yeah. I wrote the track called One Track Mind. I actually sang it in Japan, and that was a really fruitful time. I had like a third, maybe a third to half of the album was, at least the vocals were done in Japan.
Yeah. Just back up for 1 second. Do you do a lot of writing on the road? Are you writing on the road?